What is going on? Happy Monday. It doesn't even feel like a Monday today. That's the funny part about it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to my page. I am Psychic Serenity. I am a psychic medium. I am a tarot card reader. I am an oracle card reader. I am a pendulum reader. I am a root worker. I am a very witchy woman and I am here to change the world. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you guys? What is going on? So I just came back from the post office from dropping off all of your orders. Thank you guys so much. You guys keep me so busy with the website and I love it. I truly, truly, truly love it. It's what I asked for. So I'm extremely grateful to be able to do what I do. Anywho, drop a pink heart in the comment section. Let me know if you can hear me and comment where you're located, where you're watching from, where you're tuning in from. As for me, I am down in South Florida, born and raised in Miami-Dade. But a little bit about myself. Like I said, I am a psychic medium. I can hear spirits, I can see spirits, I can feel spirits. Spirit shows me different things that people have going on in their lives. And I'm able to help so many people better themselves and get out of the worst situations. I'm literally that person that's here from when you feel like things are at the worst of the worst, you're at the bottom of the bottom in life, and you really need a reality check and you need your spirit lifted. Yeah, that's me. That's what I'm here for. Okay. When you need that encouragement and that motivation, and this is tough love over here, I'm not here to baby you. I'm not here to put a pacifier in your mouth. I am here to give you a reality check and say, this is what spirit is saying you need to do. Okay. One thing about doing tarot card readings that I'm going to tell you guys as a reader, it's not about the image that is on the card itself. A lot of people who try to read tarot, and notice I say try because everybody do not know how to read tarot, because reading tarot is not even reading tarot. Reading tarot is not looking at a card and saying, oh, this is a man with some sticks, so I'm assuming that he's working hard in life. That is not how this goes. When you pull a card and you see that image that is on that card, spirit just starts to talk to you. Spirit starts to show you things about the person, not about the picture in the card whatsoever. It's just the feeling and it's just being able to see it. Thank you for the love. Don't forget to make sure that you're following my page. Make sure that you share this live video and make sure that you love it, of course. Anywho, what are you guys up to? It is the afternoon. And like I said, I just came back from the post office from dropping off all of your orders. I am so proud of myself. Anyone, hold on a second. Anyone who has ordered spiritual baths before, let's see, Monday, before Friday, anyone who has ordered spiritual baths before Friday, your spiritual bath has been shipped. Check your email for the tracking numbers. Good afternoon. What are you guys up to? So I have some time on my hand and I said, you know what? Because this is actually my me time for today. I told you guys I always schedule time for myself in my schedule. And you guys know I love being by water. I love being out in nature, but specifically by water. So I'm just out here by the pool in the nice cool shade. It's breezy. It is a beautiful summer day. I am not joking. So yeah, I came back home and I was like, let me just go by the pool because this is one of my favorite spots. Like, I'm not even joking. I promise y'all. Spirit knew what I needed. What do I have in my pocket? Oh. But yeah, Spirit knew what I needed when I moved here. I'm not even joking. Like, Spirit knew what I needed when my son God got this place. So before I even got in here, because I moved in with him, okay? My son God took me out the hood. Okay. Yes, I elevated. And guess what? You can too. It can be your turn next. Because in my old apartment that I used to live in the hood, and it's so funny because it was in Miami in the city. And that was the first time in my life I lived in the city. Like I always, don't get me wrong, I was always in the city, even growing up in Miami. Thank you for all of the love. But I never lived in the city until then. My ex girlfriend and I, we broke up. We were together for 7 years. We went through a breakup and we decided to go our separate ways. And my mom actually had this apartment in the city that she would be paying the rent on every month, but she wasn't really living there whatsoever. She would just go to this apartment when she was upset at my stepdad. So she may go there like once a month, once every couple of months, but she was pretty much wasting money with it. And one day I was talking to my aunt about going through the breakup with my girlfriend. And I was like telling her, now I have to find another place and this and that. And then she was like, why you don't just move into your mom's apartment? And I was like, I didn't even think of it as an option, to be honest with y'all. I didn't even think about moving into my mom's apartment as an option. And the reason why I didn't think of it as an option is because in my whole entire life, I never thought about me moving to the city. Like I said, I was always growing up being in the city because my mom, as you guys know, I did not live with her. I went to her place on the weekends, but she always lived in the city. So I was always in the city. I had other family members that always lived in the city too. But when she told me, why don't you just move into your shit? I think about it. You don't have to pay a deposit anywhere. You know that the rent is already cheap. Your mom don't even never be there. And then I had thought about it. I was like, you know what? You absolutely right. I was like, let me just ask her. I was like, I'll just ask her, whatever. So then I ended up asking my mom if I could move into her apartment and take over the rent and all that type of stuff. She said, yes, of course. Thank you, mom. And I ended up moving to the hood. Okay. But let me tell you, before I was even moving to the hood, I went and got a reading from my godmother because you guys know I am a spiritual advisor myself. However, I still go get my tarot card readings done as well. And I go to my godmother, and she is literally the best. She is the best. She has taught me so much stuff hands on. She's literally sent from my ancestors. She's what I asked for. Right before I met her, I asked to meet, somebody who can guide me and teach me and all this type of stuff. She has molded me to be the strong spiritual advisor I am today. I literally give it all to my godmother. I'm not even joking. Like, I love her so much. I support her. I send her so much business. I just want the best for her. I'm telling you, as I elevate, my godmother will be elevating as well. Do you hear me? Like when I tell you she has my back no matter what. So yeah, I got a reading from her, and I still get my readings from her because even though I'm a spiritual advisor, spirit talks to me all the time and tell me all type of things I need to know. But sometimes, you may be pulling a card, you know what I'm saying? Like you may be pulling a card and the card may jump out and I may look at it and I'll be like, you talking to me? And then spirit will be like, yeah, I'm talking to you. And I'm like, you cannot be talking to me. I put that card right back in that deck, honey, because you cannot be talking to me. Let me go look at the comments. Hold on a second. I'm so sorry. I'm so behind, y'all. Nadia. Hola. Hello, Nadia. Nadia says screaming. That's how that lady was like before you found me. I'm like, girl, you just saying anything for real. But listen, so yeah, I go to my godmother just to see if there's anything I'm missing, make sure my spirits are happy, that I'm, all of that kind of good stuff. Plus, I support her so much. Ever since I met my godmother, she has been my only spiritual advisor. I do not go to anybody else. I do not go pay anybody else. I don't go seeking spiritual advice from anyone else. That's why, you know what I can't stand? I cannot stand when I am on social media. And if you see me looking back and forth, that's because I'm on two different social media platforms. But what I cannot stand is when I'm on social media and I'm giving free readings, and there may be other readers that come on and they'll be like, oh, can you pull a card for me? Can you give me a free reading? And I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. I'll pull a card for them. I'll give them a reading. And then in return, they will literally try to read me, not even in return. They just try to read me, or like give me a read or something I did not even request or ask for. And I'm like, whoa, don't do that. Don't do that. Because I didn't ask for that. You came to me and you asked for my services. And you know what? I truly believe that a lot of them do that just so that they can say, oh, see, I have a spiritual gift too. It's so weird to me when people come to me and they get readings and they have to go above and beyond to let me know that they have spiritual gifts. And I'm like, newsflash, all humans have spiritual gifts. Like, we literally were born with them, all of us, like, for real. People be like, because I got spiritual gifts too. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, everybody that came into this planet has spiritual gifts if we being for real. The problem is that the brainwashing, the fine tuning by others that are teaching you and telling you certain things that weakens your gift, because if you're not using it, it's like a muscle. You have to use it in order for it to get stronger and to grow. But I'm like, yeah, they just do the most. But I'm telling you, I find that to be so intrusive, because I'm the type of person, I do not go around just trying to read people just to read people whatsoever. I'm not spending my energy absorbing other people's energy, because most people are very negative beings. I can tell by how somebody is acting and talking and speaking, and I can already feel their energy enough. I don't need to go around asking spirit anything about them whatsoever. Milani, hola, good afternoon. Hey, Weezy, hola. People energy is horrible. Let me tell you something. These humans, honey, these humans are something else. But yes, don't do that. If you come to me and you're on my live, or either we're on the phone and I'm having a session with you, and I give you a session, because the thing about it is that, like, I know when it's genuine, and I know when it's from spirit, and I know when it's from ego. Most of the time, and I'm not saying it happens to me often, because it doesn't, but from the times that it has happened to me, most of the time it was coming from the person's ego. It was not coming from spirit. I know when a message is coming from spirit, and I definitely receive it, because I always tell spirit I'm open to receiving messages in different ways, but I don't go seeking spiritual advisors. Ever since I met my godmother, she's just it for me. That's it. Her and one of my spiritual sisters. I trust her tremendously with my life. Okay. And the crazy part is, I met her on Facebook too. But she's such a beautiful, amazing soul. Like, I'm not even joking. I trust her tremendously. And I'm not the type of person going around trusting out humans. Believe me. Believe me on this. I'm sitting by the pool. I came home from dropping packages to the post office, and it's so beautiful outside. I had to come out here and get some fresh air, because why not? Y'all know this is like one of my favorite places. I trust you with mine. Oh, thank you. Tamisha. Oh, what is going on? Marissa. And I'm like in some business instance, because listen, if you are a business owner, an entrepreneur, and you need to be bringing in more clientele, as you should always be doing, you better get you some money incense and light them around you. And I don't care where you are, because I'm at the pool and I'm lighting mine. I'm not even joking. I want the atmosphere and the energy surrounding me to be what I desire, because this is the reality that I create for myself. Me creating my own reality actually landed to me living here, because I was telling y'all in the beginning of this live about when I lived in the hood, how I got in the hood, which what I was saying was, my ex-girlfriend and I, we were living together for 7 years. We separated, we went our separate ways. My mom had a vacant apartment in the hood. I ended up asking her, can I move in there, take over the lease? She told me yes. That's how I ended up moving in the hood. I never in my life thought I would live in the heart of the city. Okay. I used to live in the city right off of 54th Street in 7th Avenue behind the Burger King, if y'all know where that's at. And if y'all from Miami, y'all know exactly where that's at, okay? I used to live right there in a 2-story building. And I was speaking of my godmother because what I was saying was before I even moved in the hood, before I even planned on moving, before any of this, I went to my godmother, who's my spiritual advisor. I got a tarot card reading, and it came out in the reading, and it said that I will be moving. And she's like, "Are you thinking about moving?" I was like, "No," because at that time it was like months before we decided to go our separate ways. I was like, "No." She was like, "I see you moving," and I was like, "I'm not thinking about moving, but listen, every time that I move, that's literally exactly how it happened. I will go get a reading, and maybe about a year prior, it'll come out of my reading. Are you moving?" And I'll be like, "No, not at all. I'm not even thinking about it. Like, what are you talking about?" And then, bam, it happened. So that's what happened to me. But when my godmother saw it, she said, "I see you moving." And she said, "And when you move, it's going to be so beautiful, like a beautiful experience," because she said, "You're going to find healing in that apartment," is what she told me. And I promise you, that is the time that I was going through depression. I was grieving my grandfather like crazy. I was going through grief. I found so much peace. That's what she said. "You're going to find peace in that apartment." That's what she said in my reading, that spirit said. She said, "You're going to find peace in that apartment." And I said, "Okay," but this is before I even knew I was moving or where I was moving to. She just saw me moving and she said I would find peace. And that's when about 6 months later is when we decided, okay, let's just go our separate ways when the lease is up, whatever. But me, I ended up leaving before the lease was up. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Maybe we could have story time one day and I can tell you about that. Okay, because I'm like, if it's over, what I'm sitting around for? To wait for what you say. If my time is up and yours is too, I don't need to be sitting around nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one of them. And by what I mean by one of them, "Oh, I can't afford to be on my own, so I stayed with me and my ex roommates, and we had a 2 bedroom." And I had ended up moving in the second bedroom already, but and she did actually offer for us to be roommates. She was like, "Oh, would you want to be roommates and split the rent?" I was like, "Excuse me, say what now? Do what? What did you just ask me? Did I just hear what I thought I heard?" One of them type of situations. Okay. But yes, when I moved to the hood, that is literally where I found peace at. It was no joke. I did not know peace until I moved into the hood. I'm not even joking. I did not know peace. I thought I knew what peace was. But when I tell you I was in that apartment, isolated by myself, didn't want to go out because I was so depressed. But I would go out all the time and stuff like that, drinking a lot, literally alcoholic status for real, like dead ass. Shit, that's how I feel. All day and all night, you drinking. Not all day, but like shit, all night. It got to that point, especially after my grandfather passed. Like that, I guess, was like an escape. You know, a lot of y'all have those habits because you're trying to escape. You're trying to escape reality, and you're trying to find something to numb the pain, no matter what it is. No matter if it is drinking, no matter if it's alcohol, no matter if it is shopping, gambling, overeating, fornication, sexual gratification. A lot of people want to find a way to numb that pain. And then it's like you just start depending on it like a crutch. And that's when things go downhill for you. When you start depending on those things that you are addicted to like a crutch, things start to go downhill. Thank you for the love. You never stared me wrong. Ooh, spirit be coming through. Trying to get this new car, but I'm on my way there. Hopefully, I get it today. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you over here like new residence? Who this? New car? Who this? You haven't even been in a new state for a week, and you got to have a new vehicle too. I know that's right, girl. I know that's right. Well, if you don't get it today, you can always go back tomorrow or just make some time. You don't have to be in a rush because divine timing is always on our side. Well, hopefully you get it today as well. I know the time is different there in Alabama. It's 4:21 p.m. here down in Miami, but over there I know it's 3:21. How's the weather there? My mom told me that it was getting cold in Alabama. Let's see what's going on over here in TikTok world. Don't forget to share this video. Share, share, share. And send me some hearts. Tap that screen. Let me see. Hey, are you doing yes or no? I will be doing yes or no whenever I get to that part. I will be though. Just stick around. I got you. No disrespect. I didn't take it that way whatsoever. I'm one of those people, I'm not easily offended. I'm really not. And even when people do try to offend me, I'm not even impressed because it doesn't even move me. And if I'm ever offended, I'll let you know. I'll say, I am so offended, you know? I think most people unintentionally offend me. Um, like when people be playing with your intelligence, and then it's like, you are really offending me. Like, you really think I'm that slow or that dumb or that stupid or that crazy? Like on that type of stuff. But no, I should have got in the pool. I thought about getting in the pool earlier, but I was like, no, no. I was like, I want to edit some content instead. What if I got in the pool and edit content at the same time? My inner child be wanting to play. I don't always want to be an adult. Like, I'm not even joking. Y'all may think it sounds crazy, but I don't always want to be an adult. Not every single day. I mean, it's fun and all, but yeah, I don't want to be so serious and like all the time. And I'm happy I don't have to. Like for me personally, I feel like working a 9 to 5 job, that's too serious. I mean, if I had to do it, of course I would do it. You got to do what you got to do. But listen, there's so many ways to get money out here, okay? Way too many ways. Use your talents, use your gifts, because that way it doesn't feel like work and it doesn't feel like a job and it doesn't feel mandatory. Or if you do enjoy working, do things you enjoy doing. Don't go to somebody's job that you hate. And even if you go there and you hate it, just use it as a stepping stone to get to the next place. Me personally, I always envision myself living a life of ease. I'm going to be honest with you. I realized that recently because you know what I realized recently? When we were children and then like people will ask you, oh, what you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? If I'm being 1,000% honest, like I never knew what I wanted to be when I was growing up when I was a little girl. Like I really didn't. I was just like, my mom was all over the place, like always, There's so many different things that I would have, directions I would have went into, but it was nothing that was in particular that was like that right there. You know how some people are like, ever since I was a little kid, I knew I wanted to be a firefighter, and then they become a firefighter. Like that was not my story. But one thing I did know for a fact as a little girl, I did know for a fact that I wanted a life that was similar to my grandmother's life. Because I remember as a little girl, especially during the summertime, I always think about her because I think about how like we would be home with her during the summertime, and my grandma would just be nice and comfortable. And my grandma would cook day and night. Okay, like my grandma would cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so we didn't have to eat out all the time and all that kind of stuff. My grandma was old school, and she knew how to. Okay, good. But I looked at my grandmother, and my grandmother had a life of ease. She was a stay-at-home wife and mother. Um, my grandfather was a complete provider for sure. Shit, he would be bringing them checks home to my grandma, okay? And my grandma would handle, like paying the bills, all that type of stuff. But at the same time, though, my grandmother still had an income coming in because my grandmother was a foster mother. And back then, they got paid very well. And my grandmother loved it so much because she loved kids. And she used to get like newborn babies and, just loved on them so much. And she was just she was like an earth angel. She was literally an earth angel. So my grandmother, even though she was a stay-at-home wife and mother, she still had an income coming in, and she was making a lot of money. Okay. So I knew that I wanted a life similar to my grandmother where I can be at home, I can be relaxed because she was never stressed out. I never seen her screaming and yelling. I've never, like I'm telling you, I never even seen my grandparents argue. Never seen them argue. And it's so funny because these are my mom's parents I'm talking about. And my mom said the same thing. She's never seen them argue. She never seen them upset at each other, cursing one another out. If only more humans were raised under those circumstances and in that environment and under that type of condition where you've seen healthy relationships. Some people really truly don't even feel like healthy relationships exist, and that's really sad. Because whatever you believe becomes your reality. So thank you for the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you guys go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is at Psychic Serenity. You can follow me on my Facebook page and Instagram. I have two Facebook pages and two Instagram pages, and I have one Instagram and Facebook page that is at Psychic Serenity. My second one is the business one. It's the Psychic Sanctuary Miss Serenity Oasis. Make sure it's not a scammer page. If you go to the page and they only have like 5 followers, or they just created the page, or like, y'all got to really learn to recognize the scammers. I know some people are not as computer savvy and they're not online as much, so they can get got, but just be careful. Go to that page. See if I've ever went live on that page. If I've never gone live on that page, then guess what? That is not me. Tamisha, thank you for the gifts. Greatly appreciate it. So listen, I got this new lipstick, right? And I don't even know how to feel about it. So I ordered this lipstick, and it's supposed to be like a pink, a pretty pink color. As a matter of fact, I think I have the lipstick. Yeah, because y'all know I love my pinks and my reds. Okay, so this is a matte lipstick. This is by Maybelline. I don't know. It's just so crazy because online, you know how online everything looks different. This is supposed to be like a bright pink. As a matter of fact, my pink, my Serenity pink, the one that's on the screen, it's supposed to be that color pink. And when I got it, I'm like, no, this is a different color. It's a matte lipstick. So then this is really the color of it's like more like a light plum color. This color is called Artist. But I'm like, this is not the color that I thought that I was actually getting, because if I show it to you, it's like a bright pink color. But you know what? I already knew that it was a chance of that happening, because when I read the reviews, somebody said the same thing, like that they ordered, and it wasn't this color because they had so many different colors. But this is like a matte lipstick. I love matte lipsticks. I really, really do, y'all. I really, really do. But when I put it on and I looked in the mirror, I'm like, oh, this is a very pretty color. It's not the pink that I wanted, but I really like this color. But you know what's crazy? It looks different on screen. I actually had to lighten the color up. I put another pink lipstick on top of this that was lighter. And I feel like, so this may be a good shade to wear during the winter. A winter shade. Author Lee says, "Hola, how you doing?" This Helen, how you going? Helen, how are you? It's been so long. It's so good to see you. I'm doing lovely. I'm doing fine. I am relaxed. And divine timing is always on my side. And everything always works in my favor. And I'm always prosperous and I always come out on top. And I'm divinely guided and protected. That's how I'm doing. How are you? How are you doing? I'm having a beautiful day. I'm sitting out by the pool. The water's calling my name. I should have bought my bathing suit. I would have went and got right in the pool. I would have bought the laptop right by the pool. Probably would have had to bring the umbrella. Because y'all know how Apples be. Do Android phones overheat? It looks nice on you. Thank you. Thank you so much. But serious question, do Android phones overheat or is it just Apple? Is it just Apple? I done told y'all about 100. I started with one story, and the one story was how my sun god moved me out of the hood over here. Okay. And you know what? He has always been a man of his word. He's not even a talker. He's not even the type of man that's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. He is a doer. He will literally do. He will plan it ahead of time because he wanted, that song that goes, baby, I've been making plans. That is definitely him. He make all the plans. Remember when I told y'all I don't want to be an adult all the time? I don't. A lot of things is too serious. Sometimes I do, and it's cool. But then sometimes I just want to breathe through life. Y'all don't be feeling like that. Like y'all mean to tell me that you want to work like a slave, knowing that your time here is limited, and time is literally one asset that I want to invest it in what I enjoy doing and what's going to make me prosper in every way imaginable. I want to spend this time on this planet caring for my body, my avatar, loving on myself, you know, and loving on all of those around me who love on me. Tamisha says just Apple. Okay, Tamisha, do you have an Apple or do you have a what type of phone do you have? You got an Android or Apple? Which one? Which one you got? But yeah, so y'all mean to tell me that y'all want to work like slaves all day, all night? This is the lie that y'all be telling yourselves to make yourselves feel better. I'm not gonna lie to myself. That's why my life just keeps on increasing because I'm just so open and honest with myself about what I really and truly want. You have people out here, like for instance, if I'm doing spiritual work to help people manifest things, why wouldn't I be manifesting things in my own life? See, this is what you need to pay attention to and watch out for when it comes to choosing a spiritual advisor. If this person cannot manifest in their life what they're telling you they can help you manifest, there's no need for you to be even entertaining them, going to them, paying for them, wasting your time, your energy, letting them play with you. Because if you can manifest that for me, why your life like that? What? So you don't practice what you preach? So you telling me you can help me get money, but you on here begging for food? I have seen people on here talking about, oh, I'll do readings, because I want to get me some McDonald's. Who want to read? I seen. Okay, this is how I seen it. I've seen so-called spiritualists and tarot card readers being like, "Oh, I want me some McDonald's today. Who want to read? I'm doing readings. Either donation or either $5.55, $7.77. Who want to read so I can get me some McDonald's?" And I'm sitting here like, how would I trust you as a spiritual advisor if your spirits ain't even looking out for you? How you gonna McDonald's? You don't even have no McDonald's money. Your spirits, let me tell you something. My spirits like money. My spirits love money. Okay. I give my spirits money as offering. I burn real money for my spirits. You know why I'm able to do that? Because my spirits keep the money flowing in for me to be able to do that. If I'm working with spirits and I'm like, listen, this is why I'm always buying my spirits offerings all the time. In my household, spirits get offerings nonstop all the time. I have a large spirit team and have a lot of little altars set up around our home. And they love getting offerings. So therefore, I told my spirit team, if you want all these types of offerings regularly, you have to keep the money flowing into this house like that. You want the best of the best liquor? Cool. Keep the money rolling in. Let me tell you, I don't play about my spirits. I feed my spirits regularly. I give them all kind of gifts and offerings they ask for. And when I'm talking about gifts and offerings, I mean perfume, really nice perfume and cologne if that's what they ask for. It's just different things that spirit may ask for besides food items, you know. And yes, I do spray their perfume or spray their cologne when I go to their altar and I take care of my spirits because my spirits take care of me. So when I see these people over here begging, talking about they don't even have McDonald's money, who wants to get a reading? I'm like, wow, your spirits don't even look out for you. That's some shit. Like, what? Mm. You got to come out here and beg people. That's sad. And then this is the crazy part about it. It'll be the same spiritualist talking about how, oh, she just fell, just is dating this person and she had just sent him an Uber 2 days before. She'll be saying that she just sent, I've seen this. The girl was like, oh, I met this guy and, talking about how good he was in the bed. And she was like, I had to send him an Uber to come over here just so he can give me some. And then I had to send him back and I had to buy him some Popeyes, is what she said. She's like, and then I had to buy him some Popeyes. And then I sent him back home in an Uber. And then 2 days later, you're coming asking for money. No wonder your spirits ain't blessing you because you just really, y'all need to pay attention. If you cannot prosper in life and you don't know why, no matter what you're doing, everything keeps failing, doors keep closing. The first thing you need to do is pay attention to your surroundings. You need to stop, go somewhere quiet and alone. I know y'all don't like to be quiet because your mind goes to actually thinking about things you need to think about and you don't like to focus on yourself. So that's why y'all be all in everybody else's business and worried about everybody else except for you. But you need to go someplace quiet and evaluate your circle first and foremost. Who you hanging around regularly? Who you talking to regularly? Your cousin, your best friend, your coworker, your neighbor. How how's their energy? Do they gossip a lot? Are they always in drama? Are they very negative? Are they pessimistic? You know, what type of conversations y'all be having? What y'all be talking about all the time? You talking about other people, talking about all the negative things in the world? Because I'm telling you, when you realize how much negativity you're normally around, that's when you have to decide, you know what? If I cut out this portion of my life, a part of the negativity will be lifted off of me because I no longer deal with this group of people because this group of people are on a low frequency. I don't care if it's family members. I don't care if it's friends. I don't care if it's your sister, your mother, your child that's grown. If the negativity is literally outweighing the positivity of who they are and what they have going on, if they are constantly on the same level in life and they're not elevating, they're not trying to elevate, if they cannot hold themselves accountable and they blame everybody else, this is not the energy you need to be around every single day, all day, because you're absorbing this energy. If they're calling you, they're gossiping every day, all day, always have something to say about somebody. That is not the energy you need to be around whatsoever. Okay. Blue goddess. Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you're just coming in joining us, I am Psychic Serenity. I am a psychic medium. I am a tarot card reader. I am a pendulum reader. I am a energy reader. I am a root worker. I have an online store where you can go book your tarot card sessions and also where you can pick up all of your spiritual essentials from money oils to manifest some money, love oils, spiritual baths, crystals, candles, you know, spiritual bracelets for protection and for manifestation when you're serious about your energy and you're protecting yourself for real, that type of stuff. And also, guys, if you do order any of the bracelets or any of the necklaces that are on the website, the crystal necklaces, they are cleansed personally by me. They are charged and they are blessed as well at my altar by my spirit team. So keep that in mind for those of you who may be looking for like protection bracelets, protection necklaces, crystals, things that you can wear if you're like me and you like to accessorize your avatar. Do you like to accessorize your avatar? Miss Blue Goddess. That's a cute name. I like the blue heart that you put next to it too. That is so cute. And if you see me looking back and forth, that's because I am on two different social media. I'm actually on four different social media platforms. I'm not on Instagram. I no longer go live on Instagram. Okay. However, you can follow me on Instagram because I still do posts on Instagram. I just don't go live over there. Okay, so Arthur Lee says, oh, that is actually Helen. I'm good, just working a lot. Don't overdo it. You don't want to burn yourself out. I mean, do what you have to do, but don't overdo it. Miss Arthur Lee Washington wife. Why is Arthur Lee not working a lot, working hard? I hope so. I hope both of y'all on the same page because if you pass him, then I'm gonna really be like, don't complain because you know who we choose to be with is a very important decision to make in life, and y'all just really don't care about who y'all be with. Apparently, y'all just throw yourself in relationships with anybody. Apparently, that's how it looks to me. So Naira, hello Naira. Naira says, do agree. I want someone to make the plans for me. I just told someone this yesterday when they asked what did I need them to do for me at the moment. Okay, let me tell you something. It just depends because if somebody asks me, what do you need me to do for you at the moment? I'm gonna say pay some bills. I'm gonna throw that out there. Pay some bills. Oh, what bills you need paid? All of them. What you trying to do? I don't care who asked you that question. It could be your cousin. Listen, now if they ask you, what do you want to do, like as far as going on a date, then that may be different, you know, that type of stuff. But if they throwing that question out there, what can I do for you? Pay my rent. That'll be a great help. Oh wow, your rent. I can't afford your rent. Okay, my car note. You know you got to start high. I'm telling you, I used to have a neighbor. Like sometimes I would come outside in my old building, and my neighbor would come out. He passed away, but he would just be like one day he was like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't feel good." He was like, "Oh, you know, what do you need me to buy for you?" Is what he said. And I said, "A house." He was like, "I'm not feeling well. I need a house." That's what you got to tell him. I am so happy I came out here. You know why? Because earlier in the AM, my son God did mention to me. He said, "It is so beautiful outside today." And I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "You, this will be a nice day for you to go out and get some sun." He always encourages me to get sun because he knows how badly the vitamin D is needed and how important it is to the body. One thing about him, he always pushes me to like just be greater and to be good to myself and to, you know, get it together. He's my accountability partner. Whenever he notices that I'm not going out and getting sun regularly, he always gives me a friendly reminder like, yeah, you should go to the pool today. And I'll be like, okay, yeah, you know what? You absolutely right. But that's what I mean when I'm like, I don't want to be too serious all the time. Just sometimes, you know, I don't even remember rushing to be an adult. You know, how people are like, they always say, oh, I can't wait. The only reason why I couldn't wait to turn 18 is because I grew up in a Seventh day Adventist household and I was not allowed to wear jewelry around my grandfather because I had my ears pierced since I was 2 months old from my mom. But whenever I was around my mom, you know, I was wearing jewelry, honey. My mom, I would just be like, Mom, I want this nameplate. She'll get me a nameplate made. I think I want another one, but it got to be real though. I already told my spirit team it got to be real. Serenity, that'll be cute. Naira says, laugh out loud. Well, I wasn't feeling good physically and I wanted to go somewhere. And Sunday is usually my mental break day. And I just didn't feel like thinking. I don't like to think. Oh, okay. You know what? I feel you. I have moments like that. I get it. I completely get it. Yeah, I definitely have moments like that. I don't even feel like thinking. I'm like when, especially like when I've been too busy, like when I have been packaging orders for like 3 days straight, doing all these tarot card readings. Oh no, I think I need to go. What time is it? Yeah, my laptop is about to die. I'm probably gonna have to. come back on here later, or I may come back on here on my phone. That's what I may do. So yeah, if my laptop dies, there's not an outlet around here, then I'll come back on my phone. Simple. Maybe. Because I may go in the house and put on a bathing suit and come back and get in the pool and enjoy the rest of my day doing that. But no, actually, I have some other stuff to do when I do get off of here, but I got time. Listen, I am hungry. I am fasting today and I am hungry right now. I'm hungry. But guess what? My body better eat the fucking damaged cells and the fat cells. That's what my body better eat. Because I won't be physically eating until tomorrow, 12 p.m. to be exact. And this week, I'm detoxing. So all I'm doing this week will be flushing my system out and just putting nourishment back in it. But yeah, I'm detoxing this week and I'm just gonna be eating like I'm gonna drink smoothies and eat fruits. That's it. That's all. I'm gonna be drinking some herbal teas, flushing my system out, doing a whole reset, and I like to do that before my menstrual cycle starts. Yep. So then it's smooth selling when my menstrual cycle come on. Gotta learn your body. Be very gentle on your body. Hello. Be very gentle on your body before your cycle comes on. So then it's smooth selling. I'm so nervous. I don't know what to do. You don't know what to do about what? What happened? What do you mean about getting my new car? Why are you nervous about getting your new car? What do you mean you don't know what to do? It was the first thing that came to mind. Yeah, Naira, I'm telling you, on those moments when I don't feel like thinking, yeah, I feel you. I don't want to think about nothing. Just do whatever and just, whatever you feel. But you know what? It has to be somebody who really knows you though at the same time, because if it's somebody who don't really know you, then they can't just really do that, unless you're just one. Maybe let me speak for myself because I'm very picky and I like things a certain type of way. I've realized about myself, like when I tell you I'm so self aware now, I really sit here and I study myself and analyze things about my way of thinking and about myself. And I'm like, I realized that I am actually so picky when it comes to things. I actually realized that I'm not the type of person who can tell people surprise me and then they surprise me and then I like it. Most of the time when I tell people surprise me, I don't like it when they surprise me. Like they'll show me this and I'll be like, God dang it, why did I tell this person to surprise me? That's like, let me give you an example. I just like it just depends on the person too. But most people, I will tell y'all maybe about 7 out of 10 times when I tell somebody, oh, surprise me, like I'll be like, this is a surprise. Mm-mm. I don't want it. I'm laughing so loud because he was scared. Mhm. Yeah, he was like, he don't know where to start, laugh out loud because I'm a big picky. See what I'm saying? So because I'm picky, I don't even tell people nowadays to surprise me. I tell them exactly what I want. This is what I want. Even to the point, like one of my clients, I was talking to one of my clients about this, and she had recommended, she was like, why you don't start like an Amazon gift list because Liz, hola, please call me Miss Serenity. Thank you so much for the compliment, and I hope you're having a lovely day. But I was talking to one of my clients about this because she was telling me, she said, why don't you just get like an Amazon gift list and you can put things on that gift list on Amazon that you actually like so that when we send you gifts, you can actually get the things that you really want. And I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. And I thought about doing that, but I never did it. I may do it soon because I get so many gifts, and sometimes they're things that, may not get used as much, or but they're all greatly appreciated for sure. But that was actually a really good idea. And I'm like, yeah, that's so true. Because when I give people gifts, I like to give them gifts that they actually really want. So I got in the habit of asking people what they want, not just giving them what I want them to have for their birthdays and special occasions, unless it's something that I know for, I won't ask them if it's something I know for a fact that I know that they want, and then I'll surprise them with it. Other than that, I like to ask people, what do you want for your birthday? Oh, I don't know. I tell them, go straight to your Amazon cart. Go straight to your Amazon cart and send me a couple of different options from your Amazon cart. That's how the surprising is going to go. You're not going to know exactly what I'm sending, but send me a couple of items from your Amazon cart and let's get them fulfilled. And there go your gift. I like that idea better. That's what I did this whole year for everybody around me, all those birthdays. Everybody around me, most of their birthdays are in the start of the year. Like, I mean, back to back. I have so many Pisces in my life. When I tell you March is the expensive month for me, March is an expensive month. Two of my sisters are Pisces. One of my brothers is a Pisces. My nephew is a Pisces. Three of my cousins that I'm close to are Pisces. Um, my other nephew is a Pisces. I almost forgot. Who else is a Pisces? There's so many Pisces around. Thank you so much. But yeah, there's so many Pisces that are around me. Someone gave me a compliment. I feel that they're going to stick me with the same one. Oh, you feel like they're going to stick you with the same car? Well, open your mouth up and speak and say, I want another car. Call them and tell them what you want. See, this is the thing about it. Y'all don't be demanding. Y'all don't be demanding what y'all want. Call them people and be like, listen, I thought about it and I just would prefer to just have a whole nother car because I don't feel comfortable, with whatever these damages could be, that type of stuff. That's why I'm on my way. Oh, you're on your way to the dealership now to let them know? I hope so. I hope that's what you're on your way to go to. I hope it is. But listen, do y'all see how like Cash Doll's relationship that everybody was just so in love with? See, this is the thing about it. This is why I feel like prematurely. I mean, you could do whatever you want, honestly. It's your world. We just living in it, okay? So y'all can do whatever y'all want to do with your lives. But I just feel like when you're dating someone, you got to realize the beginning of the dating phase is like the getting to know you phase. I don't think y'all understand that. You supposed to be getting to know this person. How you know you really want to commit to this person for real? And I know that like, a lot of people get so excited about love and about a new love because look at Cash Doll and this football player. They got together in June or became a couple in June or whatever they did in June. And now 2 months later, here in August, they're separated. And when they were posting their pictures and their videos, and they're so in love, and she left this guy that she was with for 3 years to get with this one, and this one treats her way better. And she upgraded, and he's just so this and that. And then bam, turns around and they're separated 2 months later. The honeymoon phase, I think that's just the phase y'all need to chill in. You just need to chill. You just have to remember you're getting to know this person. You don't have to rush anything. I mean, like I said, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, but you don't have to rush anything in that phase. Oh, Tamisha, you're on your way up there now. Well, that's good. That's real good. I had one on live earlier. I didn't even realize I was on live. I looked at my phone and it was like said the live ended. I was like, what the hell was on? I was on live and I didn't even know it. Has that ever happened to y'all before? Has that ever happened to y'all before you went on live and you didn't even know you were on live? You are right about men do not rush. I don't know who rush. I know I don't rush, and I won't be rushed. I know that much because I keep telling y'all, like, I'm the type of person I like to be in a relaxed state. I noticed that about myself. I don't know about y'all. Y'all like you like for your nervous system to be like out of whack in anxiety mode all day, every day. I don't like those types of feelings. Okay.